Bro. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. I don't know if you guys seen my post, but today I'm going to be making myself a Sona. Sonas are just characters that represent you. You could either have your traits, they could be a silly animal that you like, they could be literally anything, as long as they're, fun for you to draw. But the thing is, whenever it comes to my old Sona, it was just me. That's it. And I, for the longest time, have wanted a creature of some kind to represent me, not just human me. And don't get me wrong, I like drawing myself. It could be fun sometimes, but I'm getting a little bored of it. So we're gonna go ahead and get into this, get into the sketching process, the kind of planning it out part, getting into the digital process, and then going into making myself some sprites, if you will, sprites in quotes, is that what they're called? Some PNGs, the little character that bounces around, that talks for me and stuff on screen, and then profile pictures. So if you guys are interested in character design, then please stick around. And if you can't stick around to watch this whole video, then just play me in the background while you're doing something, I guess, like drawing and stuff. It would be much appreciated. And with all of that out of the way, let's get into this. So for the past week, I've been doodling out some ideas for this Sona of mine. I have already went through the head and the body and what I want for it. At first, it was this, Pokemon looking thing, but I didn't really like how the eyes made him look mean, so I switched over to something a little bit, cartoony, made the eyes smaller, and kind of played around with the clown nose because I still want to be a clown. And that's basically it for the head. Now onto the body. So I have already made a sketch for the body and what I want it to look like. I know I wanted 4 arms. From the start, I knew I wanted 4 arms. I don't know why. I just thought they were cool. Sure, they may not be as simple to draw, because that's just 4 hands that you gotta do as well. But I made the hands simple, so it kind of contradicted. Is that the word? I don't know. But yeah, I made the hands simple by giving him 4 fingers on the first set of arms, and then gave him 3 fingers on the second set. I'm always catching myself only drawing 4 fingers whenever it comes to my creatures, not whenever it comes to humans. Of course, I try my best to remember to draw 5 fingers for those guys. And then I didn't really talk about the horns and the nose and the mouth whenever it came to the face part. I ended up settling on the little nose. I don't know if you've seen that. And then a mouth with just 2 teeth sticking out. And as for the arms, as for the small arms, I was thinking if I really don't want to draw them, I can just tuck them into my coat, which we'll see later. I end up giving this guy a coat. I don't know, that's kind of in the working process. I'm gonna have to sketch him a few times digitally to see if I like that or not. And then as for the tail, which is the last thing I'll get into whenever it comes to the body, I end up switching just the 1 fork for 4 and match funky looking horn that I have. But that's all I have to say for the body. Let's go ahead and get into the accessories and the color palette. Now, I didn't color any of these sketches, but I did write down what I would like as a color palette, which is just 3 simple colors, my favorite colors in fact: purple, blue, and red. Now I wrote down what I want for each. I wrote down the body would be purple, and then the nose and scars would be and then the nose and scars would be red. I didn't really have anywhere to put blue, so I kind of just threw that color out, which is, it's okay. I'm sure it'll be alright. I'll play around with it whenever it comes to digitally, but I kind of just had an idea in my head of what I wanted to look like. And then as for the accessories, I end up doodling one of my favorite hats on the character. I was like, okay, we'll try it out, we'll see what it looks like. I like it, but at the same time, I don't know. And then I also tried my glasses and didn't really like those with the hat, so I ended up getting rid of those. And as for the clothes that he will be wearing, I just put my, regular everyday outfit on: the jacket with the pins, and then some jeans, and maybe a band t-shirt. I could edit one of my favorite bands on the thing. Probably not. I'll probably make up my own design, but still, all a work in progress. I see the colors in my head. It's just I'm going to have to do it, figure it out digitally, probably come up with a few different variations, and then finally settle on one. And I doodled the head a few more times, one without the hat and then the glasses, and I kind kind of liked it too. And then I did one with my hair, and in the last video I said I do not want to draw hair anymore, so that was definitely a no, but I wanted to try and figure it out, see if I liked it or not. I did not like it, but that's it for the planning process for this little guy. Now finally onto the digital process, which I am excited for. As of recording this, I haven't even started yet, so let's get into it. Okay, as of filming this, it is the next day. I'm going to be walking through different color palettes that I had set out and the clothes and what I finally decided to go with. So at first I wanted this character to be purple, but as I got into it, I realized that it looked an awful lot like a old friend of mine's character, which you should go check out, by the way. Detail, yeah, it was a no. I didn't really like it as I like put the clothes on and stuff. And then I did a blue variation because I like blue as well. Didn't really like that. It felt kind of eyesore to me. I didn't like that one either. But the red, which was a surprise to me because really, like, I do like red, don't get me wrong, but I didn't expect me to like fall absolutely in love with it. I was like, oh, okay, this is me now. But after deciding on the red, I went through and did a couple variations with the clothes and the color palette that I picked for the clothes because I really didn't want to change the like outfit that I wear that much, because if you knew me in real life, you'd know that I wear the same thing like every day. I have this jacket that I'm obsessed with. I wear jeans. I have pins on my jacket. I normally wear some boots along with it, but I didn't feel like drawing boots, so I gave myself just some simple black shoes. And then yeah, that's about it. I did a few different variations. I also like to get feminine sometimes, wear skirts and makeup, and I also had a variation with my glasses. Now whenever it comes to the sprites, I'm not gonna have my glasses, but I guess sometimes if I feel like doodling myself with the glasses, or if I feel like drawing myself a bit more feminine, I'll draw those variations. But this is what I ended up settling on. He kind of reminds me, I remember whenever I was a bit younger, I was into Hellboy, and I used to draw myself with 2 red horns and a tail, but I was still like human me, kind of Hellboy vibes, I guess. I would have to find the sketches or like little doodles and put them up. And then I don't know, he also kind of reminds me like of that one Ben 10 character with the red and the 4 arms. Like there's a lot of things that it reminds me of, a lot of childhood memories unlocking whenever it comes to this character. And it's perfect because it's just, you know, more to it. It's more to representing me, but that's me, that's my Sona, I guess. It's whenever it comes to Sonas, I feel like if you don't like, I don't know, this is just my opinion, like if you don't feel a connection to it, then, and you're like, oh, I don't like drawing this isn't really a good representation of me, then you might want to rework it a bit. Do what makes you happy whenever it comes to your Sona. Don't let anybody else tell you what you can and can't put on it, because I've seen so many people like getting hate comments and whatnot for their characters that are supposed to represent them, not represent what you want them to be, and it's just sad. Like, why are you telling artists what to do? It's none of your business. Go draw your own stuff. I'm always getting into a rant whenever it comes to art stuff. I just feel like, you know, art is, you know, an important way to express yourself. And I'm very passionate about trying to protect that whenever... You know how I am whenever it comes to AI. I'm trying to buck up against the constant threat of art becoming and it's just tiring, you know? Tiring for all artists, not just me. But let's just get that rant out of the way, okay? The rant's over, alright? And let's go ahead and get into the final thing on my list, and that is designing sprites, or PNGs. Okay, so basically I went through the same process whenever it comes to making these sprites as I did with all of the others. I just sketched out what I wanted, made a couple different sketches for different hands and whatnot, and then I did the line art and did a few faces faces for it. Pretty simple stuff. Nothing really too crazy. Almost forgot my tail, but I ended up adding it in there eventually. And it's cropped at the top because I had the like canvas too big. Like I thought I would need more room, but it turns out I didn't. So there's all of the faces. I may add more, but I'm just not sure yet. I just added the ones that I needed. Normally whenever it comes to me making sprites and stuff for like my videos, I will do a couple things, and then if I feel like I need more facial expressions while I speak, then I will make more in the future to use. But there he is. Wait, hold on a second. Something's not right. No, medic! Ah! Oh, that actually wasn't that bad. I feel great. Anyways, that's all for the video. If you enjoy this kind of art content and would like to see more, please subscribe and all of that other YouTube jazz. And I hope you're having a lovely rest of your day or night, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye, guys. Bye!